sewing friends, so welcome to Sew Paradise. I'm Ann. So today I'm going to be talking about adding a couple of spring break pieces to your wardrobe. Yes, I know we talk about capsule wardrobes all the time, and you know I live in the north now. I used to live down south in Florida for a while, but now I live in the north, and so I like to vacation where it's warm. I gotta go somewhere warm, right? So I'm going to tell you two things that I think you should make for your spring break getaway. It's not going to be too overwhelming. You're not going to have to sew a whole capsule wardrobe. You can if you want, but you're not going to have to sew a whole capsule wardrobe. These are the two things that I recommend. Now, we are going to be traveling on one of those low-cost airlines, so you get like, the carry-on kind of thing, and then you get like one checked bag, and we're going to put all our snorkel gear in the checked bag, and our sunscreens, large size sunscreens, reef safe, in our checked luggage. But the rest of us have to pack into basically a small backpack type thing. So here's a couple pieces that you'll want to take with you. This is the first one. This is the Dragonfly Kimono from Hot Patterns. This is a really nice pattern. It's not square. A lot of kimonos have that square look, right? And I'm wearing a jacket right now that's largely based on kimono. This is the Wixton Unfolding. They're square, right? This one's not. This one's very shaped. The back is almost a little curved up in the back, so it comes down just below your bum and it curves up. I have this on my blog post. You can see it in a butterfly print with black edging. That one goes with one swimsuit that I own. Doesn't go with anything else. So in order for me to take this, I've got to have something that coordinates with my other suits. And here's what I've chosen. I got this lovely rayon. I've already pre-washed this. I'm ready to go, everybody. I've already pre-washed this, but look at this beautiful rayon. Every color of swimsuit that I own is in this print. So I figure I'm good. No matter what I wear, I'm perfect. So this is what I'm going to be sewing that on. It's a beautiful rayon. I'll probably do the bands in like a navy blue, I think. Potentially like a cotton, navy blue cotton, just to kind of hold its shape a little bit because there's no interfacing in those bands. And I want to make sure that I have a little bit of stability. So I'm going to do that. That's a beautiful print. Got this from my local fabric store. Gorgeous rayon. So that's what I'm making for that. And then for the swimsuit side of things, there's two that I'm looking at right now. One of them is a pattern I have made so many times. And while this is not a current pattern, this is widely available on eBay and Etsy. So I'm going to show this to you. This is Quick Sew 3608. Why did we ever allow them to give us just numbers? It's so much better if they have names. Anyway, this 3608. So you can see that there's a monokini that's cut out and the back looks like this. And then there's also a tankini. Now, I want to talk to you a little bit about when you're sewing swimmer, particularly one-piece swimmer, please do a torso measurement. Wrap the tape measure around your neck here, under, through your legs, and back up. Also measure the suit from here to the crotch point, and remember that the suit's going to be smaller. You're going to need to take away some room if you are short-waisted. I made this in a beautiful aqua, beautiful aqua. It was too long, the things gaped, there was no way to rescue it at that point. I couldn't pull it up because I would then expose some boob, and I couldn't make a seam, that would be weird. I couldn't take it down. It was a mess. So I ended up giving it away and I was so sad. Fortunately, swimsuits take almost no fabric and I still have that same fabric left. So I'm going to be sewing this again in the right torso length. I've also made this tankini so many times. Now that tankini on me, because I'm short-waisted, is a meet and greet. The bottoms meet the tops, which is fortunate. And if you don't like the length of that top, just raise the waistline. Super easy. Just add a couple inches in there. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to add a couple inches. And then I'm going to go ahead and raise that waistline up to just a smidge below the belly button. That'll create a meet and greet tankini for me, actually a little overlap for me, which will be perfect. I've sewn this a bunch of times. You can find the review of my blog post, and you can buy this online. It's on Etsy, it's on eBay, it's all over the place. But the other one, if you want to buy one that's currently out there, is the Boca Bay by Green Style. Now, I really like Green Style patterns. They are all digital, though, so if you're looking for a print pattern, this is not your gig. They are all digital, and the Green Style Boca Bay has got a really nice bottom that I like. It's high-waisted. There are several different versions of the high waist. Some have bands, some don't. Some are reversible, so you can all the elastics on the inside, and you can turn your swimsuit in and out. But the top is really nice. It's squared off. It's a band underneath. It's got shirring on the sides here, or not, depending on your bust line. I have a fuller bust, so I'll make one with the shirring. And then it's got some thin straps. It looks like a perfectly comfortable bikini for sailing, snorkeling, paddleboarding, etc. And I really want to make that. I also want to tell you, too, that I'm thinking about making a white bikini. Indeed. Now, most commercially made white bikinis are not going to do you any favors. And I'll tell you why. They're just simply not lined to the level that you need to wear a white bikini. So here's what I do. On all the front layers, I make 2 of the fashion fabric, that is 2 of the cotton or 2 of the rayon lycra, or in this case poly lycra, or nylon lycra. So 2 of the swim fabric and 1 of lining. So the back of the pattern, the booty, I just do in 1 layer of swim fabric and 1 layer of swim lining. But the front, I've got 2 white and a swim lining, and on the bottom I've got 2 white and a swim lining. That will cover anything else and make sure that when you come out of the water, it is not a peep show, because that's the last thing you want. I last wore a white bikini in about 1991. I purchased it, and the first time I came out of the water, my husband came running down the beach with a towel and said, "Here you go." And apparently everything was on display. It was as if I wasn't wearing anything at all. Those wet t-shirt contests had nothing on my white bikini coming out of the ocean. Fortunately, I was 22. I had a really rocking body then. I hadn't had 2 children at that point. So, you know, at least I had that going for me. But don't make that same mistake. Line your swimsuits. For regular swimsuits, I always self-line the front and the bottom. So the front of the top and the front of the bottom, I always self-line with the swimsuit fabric. And then I use that nude swim lining that's a little bit thinner. I use that in the back of the swimsuit. So that's what I do for swim. Now, sewing swimsuits is not hard. If you need some primers and you want some good stuff, check out paradise-graphic.com for my blog. Those are my 2 pieces, you guys, just two that I'm sewing for a spring break vacation this year, simply because I've got a lot of clothes, you have a lot of clothes, I don't have a lot of time, you don't have a lot of time. So that's how I make it work with spring break sewing. Now, of course, if you want a whole spring break capsule wardrobe, check out paradise-graphic.com, my blog, or just Google Sew Paradise, it'll come up. You can check it out. I've got all sorts of guides about what to wear for spring break. I'm a beach girl at heart, and I do like going back to my home in Florida. Not my original home, I'm originally from here, but I moved there. I do like going back. So I do spend a lot of time in the warm weather because it's my heart. So